This is who I see leaving Vengeance Day as NXT champion. Hello everyone, it's NLW Figs here, back again with another video. Surprisingly, a prediction video. You know what? Usually I don't do NXT predictions, although I did do one for Deadline back in December. However, this card, oh my goodness, talk about a dream card right here for NXT. These have some incredible matches on it, this card, and this is one that I've been particularly looking forward to, just from the NXT North American title match, the tag title match, Carmelo Hayes and Apollo Crews, and then the main event, and of course the women's matches as well. But I'm rambling right now because I'm so excited. But right now I'm going to get into my predictions. But before I do, make sure you like the video and subscribe to NLW Figs for more wrestling figure content, and comment down below if you're watching NXT this Saturday night and what are your predictions for that show. Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into it. So we'll start off with probably one of the matches I'm most looking forward to. It's the 2 out of 3 Falls match, as Apollo Crews goes one-on-one with Carmelo Hayes, and the job they've done with rebuilding Apollo Crews since he's dropped back down to NXT, you know, some people might call it demotion, but obviously for him it's been working wonders, and I feel like it's definitely rejuvenated him as a character and his kind of wrestling style as well, so that if he does want to come back up to the main roster at some point in the near future, he can do so with a fresh coat of paint, if that makes sense. And he's taken on Carmelo Hayes, and I have to say that Melo is money. He is my favourite part of NXT, one of my favourite acts in WWE at the moment, actually, along with Trick Williams. I think on one of the recent NXTs, Apollo Crews says, I've just been off to the barber, got myself a nice trim, and Trick's like, he hasn't even got any damn hair. So, you know, that's funny. But apart from that, I see Carmelo Hayes being the next NXT champion. Spoiler alert for later tonight. Well, not really, because I do see Carmelo Hayes being the NXT champion at least by the end of the year, if he's not called up sooner than that. So in this one, I feel like, you know, it could even be a clean sweep, but I'm not sure if they're going to do that. So I'm going to predict Carmelo Hayes to win this one, and hopefully he's got a title match in his near future. Next up, speaking of title matches, we'll move on to the women's tag titles. So Katana Chance and Kayden Carter take on Fallon Henley and Kiana James. Now, you know, these aren't really teams that I'm particularly familiar with. I do like Chance and Carter from, you know, the black and gold days of NXT, so I do dig what they're doing at the moment as a team. As far as Fallon Henley and Kiana James go, like, I'm not really too familiar with them. I know they're with the Briggs and Jensen team, and they seem to have sort of some momentum on their side. I don't see them winning this one though. I feel like Katana Chance and Kayden Carter, they are the ones to beat at the moment, and they are the ones who I think will retain the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. The question really is, where do you go from here? Do you put them back with Toxic Attraction, or are they going to go off on their own path, maybe go to the main roster? Who knows, but obviously they are involved in the title match later on tonight, which I'll get to soon. However, yeah, I'm going to predict Chance and Carter to retain their tag titles here. And we'll move on to the other tag team title match on this night, Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. The New Day defend against Gallus, that's Mark Coffey and Wolfgang, Pretty Deadly, and Chase University. So, love all these teams involved, particularly Pretty Deadly. I think they're a great act from the UK, NXT UK, and Gallus as well. You know, they deliver some very hard-hitting matches, and Chase University as well. I do like the comedy duo of Andre Chase and Duke Hudson. I think that Andre Chase has taken this kind of silly gimmick, so to speak, and really made it work, so good on them. I don't think they're going to win here, though. I think it's between the other 3 teams. I'm not entirely sure whether the New Day will retain or not, because whether they want the New Day to defend them on their NXT show at WrestleMania, who knows, but here, you know, I'll go out on a limb because there's enough teams involved. I'll predict that one of Gallus or Pretty Deadly will win, but the question is, which one? I feel like Pretty Deadly and the New Day, that's been done already, so perhaps Gallus will win here, so they continue a rivalry with the New Day and maybe have Gallus versus New Day at WrestleMania weekend. I think that would be good, although I'd love to see Pretty Deadly win the titles again, I'll be honest. I love their act, but I think I'll predict Gallus to win here. Next up, it's for the NXT Women's Championships. Roxanne Perez defends against Gigi Dolan and Jacy Jayne of Toxic Attraction, or what's left of them anyway. So obviously Mandy Rose gone now, which is a shame for her, but the NXT Women's Division moves on with Gigi Dolan and Jacy Jayne, and I think they were a good unit as Toxic Attraction, so hopefully they can continue that momentum here. It's obviously, can they coexist against Roxanne Perez? But, you know, they probably will for a while, and then get greedy and want the title for themselves. So, you know, we'll have to wait and see really what happens there. I don't think Perez is going to lose just yet, though. I think that Perez has had a very good run so far with the title. You know, she's a very likeable underdog, a very likeable babyface. Of course, she's just competed in the Royal Rumble as well, so she's got that going for her. Plus, I don't think that Gigi Dolan or Jacy Jayne have enough of a single personality on their own. You know, not to be disrespectful or anything, but they've got their kind of act as a tag team down. You know, I think this is just another obstacle for Roxanne to get through. The question for me really lies with who's next for Roxanne. Obviously, they can build up another heel for her to face, but yeah, you know, it does seem as though this might be a bit, what's the word, abrupt for her to win the championship. Obviously, she was the one who should have won the title, but yeah, maybe Indy Hartwell, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'll predict that Roxanne wins here. And we've got the NXT North American Championship on the line between Wesley defending against Dijak. Oh my goodness, sign me up for this match. Dijak. What can I say about Dijak other than he's one of the most underrated wrestlers on the roster today, and the fact he's back in NXT, new gimmick, new look, kind of taking elements of the old Donovan Dijak kind of look, and also mixing it with his T-bar presentation, which, you know, I'll be honest, I quite liked his T-bar presentation, but they could have done stuff with him on the main roster, but I'm so glad that he's back here in NXT. And Wesley, you know, I loved MSK as a tag team, aka the Rascals, and I'm glad that he's not entirely suffered from it. Obviously, they were a great tag act, and now he's been given a singles push with the North American Championship, which I think is great. Now, I don't know, though. I feel like, yeah, it would be a shame if Wesley lost here, but I do think he will. And I think that Dijak is the right person to win that North American Championship. You did feel that Dijak would have won the North American title had the whole Retribution stuff not happened back in 2020. It felt like his push to the main roster was kind of out of nowhere, really. So him being in NXT can rebuild on this new gimmick, win the North American Championship here, and I don't think Wesley will be hurt by it. And if anything, I think they could have a great series of matches starting off here. So yeah, Dijak all the way. And finally, the main event for the steel cage. Well, it's not for the steel cage, it's in a steel cage for the NXT Championship. I'm getting excited here. We got Bron Breakker defending against Grayson Waller. So Bron Breakker, love the guy, think he is a fantastic act on NXT, and I believe he is main roster bound very, very soon. It's whether or not they want to continue to nurture him and develop him as a character in NXT. You know, you don't want to jump the gun with a guy like Bron Breakker to risk not overexposure, but definitely put him up on like a main audience before he's necessarily ready. Here, though, I'm really conflicted. I feel like the steel cage environment is lending itself to some dirty heel tactics. And I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of Grayson Waller. I don't really get the guy as a character. You know, he's cocky, he's a heel, yeah, I get that, but, you know, apart from that, I don't really get him as a character. Maybe I'll have to watch more NXT to kind of understand what he's got going for him. But, you know, I still have enjoyed the work that I've seen of him, whether that be promo work or character work. I think that he is a future champion in NXT, no doubt about it, but I'm not sure that it is right now. I feel like the one to beat Bron Breakker should be Carmelo Hayes, although I'm very kind of thoughtful of the fact that Grayson Waller would be perfect to win here, because it could be a screw finish where he escapes the cage just in the nick of time and then wins the championship and then defends it again against Bron Breakker at the WrestleMania weekend show. So yeah, it could be Grayson Waller. However, I'm going to predict Bron Breakker. I know they've been building it up a while, but I think Bron Breakker will win here, and hopefully Carmelo Hayes can be the one to win that championship. Come on, baby. Melo is money. Let's go. And that is it for this video, this NXT Vengeance Day prediction video. That's it. I'm just so excited about this card, man. Let me know if you are too in the comments below, and be sure to comment below your predictions for NXT, and let me know if you watch it, what you think of the product, and what you're thinking is going to happen at Vengeance Day on Saturday or Sunday. I have no idea what day it is, but I'm going to make sure to watch it. Aside from that, please like the video if you enjoy, and subscribe to NLW Figs for more wrestling figure content. That's it from me. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later.